Hey guys, welcome back to the Monday Nugget. Today I'm going to be talking about routines, specifically morning and evening routines, and even more so focused on the morning routine aspect of it. Your nugget today is, if you win the first hour of your day, you've won your day. I'm not sure who said that. I saw the quote somewhere and it just really has stuck with me, but I don't remember who said it. So if you know who, please comment below and let me know. So what's the definition of a routine? A sequence of actions regularly followed. I have got to say that having a morning routine has been one of the most important things for me in my motherhood probably ever. I mean, obviously my time with the Lord is number one. He needs to be number one, but I'm talking about specifically like tangible daily things that I do to make my day as successful as possible. I think we can all agree that having routines is really important for children. They thrive. We know that when routines get out of whack or we miss, a day of our routines, usually chaos follows. I think we can all think of people we know in our lives, and in my own life, when I see friends or family or people I know that don't have routines in their house and sort of the chaos that follows, and then in my own life, the seasons that we have not had routine and just how chaotic our house was, how chaotic I felt. So I think we can see that, we can all see that and know that there's truth to that. We have so much going on in our heads as moms, trying to keep the kids fed, keep everyone safe, make sure the house stays clean, make sure dinner gets on the table, whatever it might be. We have a lot always going on in our heads. And I think that creating a routine, that first hour of your morning, is the secret to setting your day up for success, setting those intentions for the rest of your day. Okay, so let's think for a minute about the mornings where we've slept in, we get woken up by our kids. How do you feel on those mornings? For me, if I oversleep for any reason, whatever it might be, and my kids are the ones that wake me up, I feel like junk. It gives me anxiety. It makes me feel really like grouchy and irritable. It sort of sets my whole day up for crankiness and impatience, and I have a really hard time getting out of that funk once it started. So then on the contrary, let's think of those days where we've managed to somehow get up out of bed at a decent time, do our devotions, pray, spend time in prayer, spend time journaling, get that cup of coffee or tea, maybe do a quick workout of some sort, take a shower. If you are someone that wears makeup, putting a little bit of makeup on, doing those things that sort of wake you up and get you going before your kids get out of bed. And are there talking to you and in your face asking for breakfast a million times, because probably all of our kids do that. Think about how you feel on those mornings. Think about the rest of your day and how it goes. For me, when I spend that first hour or two of the morning doing those things that I just listed, time praying, time in devotion, journaling, maybe reading 10 or 15 minutes in a book I really like, doing a workout, and then showering and getting myself ready for the day. When I get all of that done before my kids get up, my intentions are set for the day. I've won the day. I feel so much better. I feel confident. I feel ready. I don't feel grungy. It gives me the endurance I need for the day. It just makes me feel really good. And then usually for the rest of the day, I don't struggle as much with impatience and anger. Certainly I'm not perfect and I still struggle, but I'm more patient with my kids because my cup is full. And when my cup is full, that means that I can then go and pour into my kids' cups, and fill their lives with that love and what they need, that attention and that positive energy, positive affirmation. I'm reading a book right now called The Miracle Morning, and I'll post a link down below. You guys, it's such a good book. I've always been a morning routine person, and I'm going to tell you what my routine is exactly to a T in just a second, but this book is just like affirming my morning routines and evening routines, although I don't know that, for me, evening routine isn't as important, but it's just really solidifying what I do in my morning routine, and sort of helping me really like, okay, that's why that's important, and that's why that's important, and just really helping me think through each step. So I would highly recommend Miracle Morning for, I believe it's called for families. There's different categories of this book called Miracle Morning, and the one I'm reading is for families, parents and families specifically. So I will link that. So let me just really quickly talk about evening routines, because that I'm not going to focus as much on that, but it does have some importance. I think that an evening routine is important to help set you up for an effective morning routine. And so what I mean by that is when you wake up in the morning, what is going to help you get out of bed and succeed in that first hour of the day? For me, the kitchen needs to be completely clean before I go to bed. I need to know what we're making for breakfast, and if any prep work needs to be done, doing that. Like if we're doing sourdough waffles or something, I need to get that sponge started. But I think probably the biggest thing really for me in my evening routine, and this is really all I make sure I do every night, is making sure our kitchen and house is clean. I need to go to bed with a clean house. Obviously things like showering kids, brushing teeth, those things, I think that goes without saying. We probably all do those things and don't even really, those are more like habits, I think. But as far as an official routine, the kitchen and the house being clean is really what I do to set my next day up. So why is a routine important for the morning? I mean, I kind of already talked about it. Filling your cup up, making sure that you are taken care of, makes it to where then you can then go and take care of your kids and be more effective in your day. It like changes something in our brains to make us feel more prepared for our day and ready to go. And taking care of ourselves, we can't take care of other people unless we're taking care of ourselves. It's so important. And I'm not talking, self-care is really important, and that can be a totally different video. And I'm not talking about like going to the spa and all those kinds of things. I'm just simply talking about really basic things like taking a shower in the morning, cleaning yourself up, getting dressed, showing up for your day every day, and telling your day what to do. Kind of like what Dave Ramsey says about money, and I mentioned this in our budgeting video, making your money work for you. Make your time work for you, as it works the same, being really intentional about your time and making your time work for you. So if you want to be more effective in your day, that first hour is where you're going to set your intentions and where that's going to happen. So if there's one thing I can do to encourage you as a mom, I'm sure there's lots of different kinds of people watching these videos, but I'm really specifically talking to like you moms. Wake up before your kids. Get up before your kids get up and create a routine for yourself. That is not selfish. There's nothing wrong with doing that. I think that we've been ingrained with this thought that anything we're doing for ourselves is selfish. Our kids should always be number one. Of course, our kids are a priority, but you can't take care of them until you're taking care of yourself. And getting yourself up and showing up for your day is step one in taking care of yourself and setting intentions for your day and really making it to where your day is going to be effective and where you're going to have a positive attitude and be ready to go. So let me tell you what my morning routine is. This routine won't work for everyone, of course, but it works really well for me. So you can take bits and pieces of it, however, whatever works for you. I wake up at 5 o'clock almost every single day. This week I had a little bit of a hard time. I don't know why. So I listen to my body, and when I'm really exhausted, truly exhausted, I let myself sleep a little more. So of course, always listen to your body and listen to your needs. If you have a really stressful season right now and you need that little bit of extra sleep, that's okay. Just the focus is getting up before your kids. Even if that's 15 minutes before your kids get up, you can still set expectations and intentions and really set your day up for success. So anyways, my routine. I wake up at 5 o'clock. I get straight out of bed and I wash my face. that just obviously that wakes me up, helps me feel fresh. I drink as much water as I always take a cup of water to bed with me, so I drink whatever's left of that, and I sit down and I do my devotion. I read my Bible, I pray, just spend some time doing that with the Lord. And then depending on what time it is from there, I might do a little bit of journaling. That just really depends on the time, how long my devotion took. And then from that point on, it's probably about 5:30, 5:45, right about here. I speak positive affirmations over myself. And this is something new. This is not something I've been doing for very long. Positive affirmations kind of freaked me out, and I just kind of thought they were weird when people would talk about them. But as I've done research and learned about the power of words, speaking positive words over myself has changed so much about my motherhood and how I feel about myself, how I feel about my kids and my friends and my family, everything. What I always tell people, and it's kind of a joke with a lot of my friends, I always say, what you think about, you bring about. The things that are in our head and the words that we are saying to ourselves are what we bring about. If you are talking negatively about yourself, about your kids, about your spouse, about your life, whatever it might be, those negative things are going to come out of you, and you will be a negative, toxic person most likely. You won't feel good about yourself. You won't have confidence. You will not be, probably not a fun person to be around. Positive word, speaking positivity over yourself changes how you think. It really does. It's crazy the effect of words over ourselves. So I spend some time speaking positive affirmations over myself. And a lot of times I include positive affirmations for my children because I struggle with motherhood so much that I can be really negative about my kids and focus on the negative things. So when I'm speaking those positive affirmations every morning over my children and really thinking about the positive things, it helps me look at them and think of them in a positive way, even when they're being naughty and I get really frustrated. So, positive affirmations. So it's about 6 o'clock now, probably. And this is the point where I'll throw on my workout clothes and go for a run. I do some cross training here and there, so I might stay home and do a workout video. It just depends on the day. Sometimes I'll just do like a yoga or Pilates video. So my workout just depends on how I'm feeling that day, but I am training for a 10K. So in the next following weeks until August, I will be stepping it up, and I'm really going to have to kick it into high gear and really start scheduling out what days I'm going to run, what days I'm going to cross train, and really, really, really make it a priority before, when I'm not training for something, I just do what I feel like. If I want to lift, I'll lift. If I want to run, I'll run. It doesn't matter as long as I'm being active. So from 6 to about 6:30 or 6:45, I try to be done at 6:30. I will do some form of a workout. And then if I went for my run, obviously I'll drive home. If I'm just working out in the living room, I'll come back into our room, and our kids are usually still asleep at this point. Our 2-year-old might be awake, but generally he'll sit quietly on the couch. I'll jump in the shower and start getting ready for my day. I enjoy wearing a little bit of makeup, so I'll go ahead and do that. It just makes me feel more confident. It makes me feel good about myself. And I think if that is you, if wearing a little bit of makeup or doing your hair makes you feel good about yourself, then do it. Do what makes you feel good. Do what makes you feel confident and makes you want to show up for your day. So I do that. I spend a few minutes just getting myself ready and getting dressed. I always try to get dressed before my kids get up and out of bed. And that portion of it hasn't always been a part of my routine. And it's funny because since I've been getting dressed in the morning, almost every morning my kids will ask me, "Mom, where are you going? Why are you dressed?" Because I would usually just kind of stay in like yoga pants or something for a lot of the day. But getting dressed has really helped me just feel up and ready for the day. And then our kids usually wake up between 7 and 7:30, and we start the rest of our day as far as like getting breakfast on the table, teeth brushed, getting the kids ready, getting their hair combed and brushed. But I'm ready at this point, so I don't have to worry about anything else for myself because I'm good to go. Now I can then, because my cup is full and I'm ready, I can pour into getting my kids ready and not be impatient and grumpy with them, and just really focus on you know, getting them dressed and all of that good stuff, and getting Paul out the door for work. That is our morning routine. So again, having a morning routine is so important. Winning that first hour of your day, setting your intentions, speaking those positive affirmations over yourself and over your children and over your husband, maybe over your work, maybe over your whatever area you need to speak positive affirmations over, do it. Spend time in prayer, spend time in the words, you know, get yourself ready for your day. Waking up before my kids has just been such an important thing for our family and for our life, and it has really, really helped improve our atmosphere in our home. Okay, so I'll just say it one more time. We know that children thrive with routine. We know that. There's lots of studies. We can obviously just see it in families who have structure and families who don't. You can see the difference. I think that is so cool and so important for our kids to have that routine and structure. But I think that it's just as important for us as parents to have those routines and structures in place. And the thing about it is, it's not going to be perfect, and that's okay. Like, you're going to have days where you sleep in. I do all the time. Or maybe you don't feel good, or a kid is sick or whatever, and things get thrown off. You're in a season where keeping a routine is hard. I don't know, whatever it might be. But just really look at your life and really think about what could help you be more successful as a parent, and stop making excuses. I think that's the hard part is, oh, I could really use another 5 minutes of sleep. I'm just so tired, or whatever, you know, whatever excuse you come up with, or that's just not going to work for my family. We don't need routines, or just whatever it might be. Knock it off. Stop making excuses. If you think that having a routine in your morning would help your family set your days up for success and positivity, and if you think a routine would just help your whole day go better, then do it. Stop making the excuses and just do it. It's not that hard. Start small. Start with baby steps. Do a couple of things at a time, you know. Whatever's gonna feed your soul. Maybe you only get up 15 minutes before your kids get up, and spend, 10 minutes with the Lord and 5 minutes doing like a really quick Pilates video or something. And then get dressed, and then your kids are up and you can do breakfast and whatever. But I just think that it's so important to show up for your day every morning. I actually have a friend who homeschooled, and she said something profound this last year, and she'll probably watch this and think, oh, I wouldn't have even thought of that. But she said to me that she treats getting up in the morning and getting ready for their school day like a job. We've committed to homeschooling our kids, so we need to get our butts out of bed and get ready for that work, because homeschooling your kids is work. That is straight up work. And that just really hit solid for me. Get up and get ready for your day. Get ready for your work. Our jobs are hard as moms, but we need to show up and get ready and be prepared to do that hard work. You wouldn't show up to an actual job outside of your home in your PJs, right? You wouldn't show up an hour late, right? Or really exhausted and groggy and without doing your hair and stuff like that. No, you probably wouldn't. Show up for your day. Think of it in a positive way. Think of how it's going to help you get to the goals that you want to get to as far as just being a better parent. All right, guys, I think that's pretty much it for routines. I can't think of anything else. I feel like I just kind of kept going and going. If you have questions or you're wondering specifically about anything, let me know in the comments. Yeah, so thanks for watching. I hope you liked this video. I hope you found it helpful or inspiring as far as trying to implement a morning routine of some sort. I will post that book down in the description box, so you can look that up and see if that's something you'd like to read. It is really good. I definitely would recommend it. I hope you liked the video. Like and subscribe for sure, and we will see you guys on Wednesday with a recipe.